Glad you could join us today on Earthfile. Welcome to the program. I'm Ayola Kasim. It was the World Oceans Day on the 8th of June. This year, the day was celebrated alongside the first ever Ocean Conference, which was held between the 5th and 9th of June. At the end of the conference, the 193 member states of the United Nations unanimously agreed to a set of measures that will begin the reversal of the decline of the ocean's health as the 5-day Ocean Conference came to a conclusion. Today on the program, it's all about the Big Blue and some highlights on what was done during the conference and this year's Ocean Day. Do stay with us. The oceans, which cover 3/4 of the Earth's surface, play a vital role in the global climate system, generating oxygen and absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Today, more than 3.5 billion people depend on the oceans for their primary source of food, and an estimated 40 million people worldwide are employed directly by the $21 trillion ocean economy. Every day, our oceans contribute to poverty eradication, promote sustainable livelihoods and employment, as well as improve global food security and human health. They are also the primary regulator of the global climate and a vital sink for greenhouse gases. Despite their importance, oceans, seas, and marine resources are increasingly threatened, degraded, or destroyed by human activities, reducing their ability to provide crucial ecosystem services. Plastic waste alone kills up to 1 million seabirds, 100,000 sea mammals, and countless fish each year. Oceans also absorb about 30% of the carbon dioxide produced by humans, but there has been a 26% rise in ocean acidification since the beginning of the Industrial Revolution. Marine pollution, an overwhelming majority of which comes from land-based sources, is reaching alarming levels, with an average of 13,000 pieces of plastic litter to be found on every square kilometer of ocean. Moreover, death and disease caused by polluted coastal waters costs the global economy some $7.2 billion. Some 30% of the world's fish stocks are overexploited, reaching below the level at which they can produce sustainable yields.
Marine pollution, whether you look at ocean acidification, or whether you look at degraded coastal ecosystems or declining fish stocks, or the lack of governance out on the high seas, the ocean, human activity has put the ocean into deep problems. And so we have to find the solutions to those problems.
Changes to the climate brought about by increasing levels of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere will lead to changes in the oceans, including sea level rise and ocean acidification, which will put marine ecosystems and coastal communities at risk. To mark the 2017 World Oceans Day, members and volunteers of the International Oceans Institute gathered at the Okolowo Beach in Magmalade in Lagos State. The visit is to educate the residents of the area on the best fishing practice.
In this community, there's a lot of fishing activities going on. I've discovered that this beach is not adding value to the ocean. You can see the plastic that they have collected. So even if it is plastic pollution alone, this community is not ocean compliant. So what we are doing about the ocean is to exploit the resources rationally and sustainably. If you keep on exploiting the fish and you don't allow them to grow by using the wrong mesh size, then the resources will deplenish. See the youth in this community, we don't allow them just stay fallow. When there is no fishing, they do their fish farming. We have taught them how to sustain themselves.
The ocean is filled with about 165 billion tons of plastics, And by 2050, plastics in the oceans are expected to outweigh fish. On its part, the United Nations Information Center in Lagos joined non-governmental organizations in their efforts to inform beachgoers of the dangers of dropping their litters on the shoreline.
We have come here to preach the gospel of using the ocean sustainably. We have come here to deliver the message of taking care of the ocean. We're talking about our ocean, our future. We are delivering the message that our future is dependent on the ocean. Our future is dependent on how we use the resources of the ocean. Our future is dependent on how we take care of the marine resources. Our future is dependent on the way we treat the ocean. And we are laying emphasis on pollution of the aquatic, of the marine resource of the ocean. And you can see we are picking and cleaning the beaches. We are picking the debris, we are picking all manners of debris, the plastic bottle, the water sachet, which have been dumped on the beach. And when they get back into the ocean, or when they get into the ocean, they affect the aquatic ecosystem. So that is the message we are trying to deliver to the community. Of course, the community, they dumped them there. Or probably those who have visited the beach did that. But the message is that, well, we have found all this debris there and we are picking them. We don't want them back on the beach. So that is message one. Then, and that is related to the pollution.